Welcome to Espresso JAMs, short, concentrated, delicious conversations about business, life, and more. And now, here's your host, Joe Matz.
Hello, everyone. Joe Matz here with Espresso Jams. And today we've got Eileen Murphy with us she is the owner of Land and Sea Travel, and she's a travel advisor, has been in the business for over 20 years and is just having a great year in business. Now, a lot of people wouldn't think so with everything that's going on, but she's having a great year in business. So, Eileen, welcome to the show. Thank you for
Well,
being
thank
here.
you, Joe. Yeah, thank you for having me.
So Eileen and I got talking about travel and different challenges that come up. And she has been working with a segment of the population that can oftentimes find it very difficult to travel. Eileen, could you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people feel like they can't travel. They might have a family member or someone it's not them, but a family member that would like to travel with them as well. And sometimes they might not be, that they might be a slow walker or they might have some dietary needs or, just a chronic condition. So I'm here to help them process through that, help them get there as stress-free and hassle-free as possible and make sure that all their needs and concerns are met during that, before their trip and during.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about that because we were planning a family trip with my mom, and she is in great shape and everything, but she walks very slow and very slow up the steps, right? Um, is that someone you might be able to help with like organizing a trip to New York City?
Oh, yes, yes. Lots of times when they're traveling too, some places are more accessible, right? AD compliant in the United States, but if you go out in Europe, there's issues with that, with cobblestone streets and those kind of things. So it's not that you can't do it, but you just got to be aware. And there's some cities that are more accessible than others. So I make sure that that's all in place and that they're set and they'll feel comfortable and a peace of mind when they travel.
Yeah, because now my mom was very much in the peace of mind. She's just a very positive person, lovely. It was the kids that were all worried, and we were the ones going out of our skull trying to figure out how to make mom comfortable. Um, I wish we had met back then,
I
but
love to see people travel that don't think they can, and when they do, the smiles on their face and their family, they're just great. They can't wait to go back again.
yes, yes, and traveling is one of those things. You don't want to give up, and we've had some issues with that in the last year, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So
Yeah, we have. We've always said travel industry's had a lot of challenges over the years, but we're very resilient. We'll be back and we'll be up in the waters and on the land soon, land and sea.
do you think the travel industry is opening up, that people are more open to traveling now as opposed to 9 months ago or so?
Yeah, I'm seeing that trend. Mainly what I've adapted to too is where people are. Everybody's at a different level, but some people are wanting to travel locally and stay in a cabin or go to the beach house or take a villa. Or I'm just working on an RV vacation right now, so um, they're ready to travel. There's some places that are more open, like Mexico and those areas that are more open, Cabo San Lucas, those kind of places are welcoming, and there's not as many restrictions. So I have all that information at my fingertips to give them the most up to date information so they feel comfortable and safe.
So if someone was looking to travel, but there's so much out there, and a lot of people are like me. They've got a full-time job, they've got two dogs at home, or two children, or two dogs and two children. I don't have time to do all the research that you're doing. So could I call you? Let's say I'm Joe, your average Joe, and I call you and say, "Hey, I want to travel, but I have no idea what's going on." Do you get calls like that? Is that a reasonable thing to think of?
Yeah, I actually do. I get several of my clients that came to me. They always would do all this planning and try to do it on their own, and then when they got down to with all the options, they just got overwhelmed. and they never would book anything.
Hmm.
So one of my clients, I did take a small accessible group to Alaska. It was a 16-day cruise and land, and she was one of the clients that had a knee replacement. And she just said, I would have never done this if you hadn't helped me. So yeah, there takes on an average 10 to 20 hours to research and do all the work, and especially longer if it's an unfamiliar destination. So it's a lot. And so I'm there to help take that off your plate because you've got other things to do, your family, your job, and all that. So you can just dream of your upcoming vacation. I'll take care of all that hard work for you. So you don't have to do and get all overwhelmed.
Right. I mean, there is enough to do when you're preparing to go on vacation.
Hmm.
Um, there's enough in the homestead, let's say. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. Um, Now, what is happening in the insurance world as far as travel is concerned? Because has that been affected by COVID?
Yeah, that's a big important issue here. Travel insurance is always important. As a matter of fact, I don't travel without it. I've had to use it myself for my special needs son, and the cost of the insurance is so minimal compared to your trip investment. So it protects your trip investment, but it also protects you prior, during, and after your travels on your way back. So it's very important. And it's also important at what type of travel insurance you pick. That's what I found some people asking, which one is best for me? It really has to do if it offers primary medical insurance. And that primary medical means different to different travel insurance companies. So the travel insurance company I like to use, their primary medical means that they will pay that bill at time of the unforeseen event so that you don't have to come out of your pocket and then wait until you return and get reimbursed. I still recommend, keeping all the receipts, but they will pay that bill. And they offer 24/7 concierge service so
Hmm.
that they can help you if you needed, if your plans were delayed and you had to, say a member had to go in the hospital, for instance, they would take care of changing the flights for you, your hotel reservations being extended, finding a doctor, a hospital, the right one for your family member or yourself. So it's very important to have a travel insurance. And it's, again, another peace of mind for you.
Right. Yeah, and that just sounds like such a complete service. And the peace of mind is so important. I mean, we're all kind of stressed out enough at home and at work and all that going on. I mean, you, if you're listening, you might feel this way, you might not, but I don't want to be stressed on vacation. That's part of why I go on vacation. Right?
That's right. We all need to get away, right? And that's helps with the stress. But
Yes.
with the travel insurance too is a big thing with COVID, right? And now the travel insurance company I use actually covers it if you were to get sick before your travel and get COVID.
Oh,
So that's
wow. Okay.
another reason, and also during. So not
Endure.
all travel insurances do that, but the one I use does use that, has that in there as well.
Okay. And Eileen, how might someone get in touch with you if they want to know more, or even maybe just to know more about you, and maybe they use your services?
Well, a good resource a way to get a hold of me actually is on my website at mylandandc.com. And there's more information about, I'm writing, I have a newsletter you can sign up for. And right now I'm talking and discussing and sending out more information about the travel insurance that we just talked about.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, that's great. So we'll have that written down here, and it's My Land and Sea Travel,
no, it's mylandandc.com.
My Land and Sea, all spelled out,
Yeah.
.com.
Yeah.
Very good. Eileen, thank you for being a guest with us today. I sure appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. And you have a great day.
Thank you too.
Until we travel and meet again.
Bye now.
Bye now.